Hello, this is Graceful Guidance, and I am going to be doing a pick a pile reading today. And I thought it would be, I guess, in the spirit of Halloween, which is coming up at the end of the month, to do a fears pile, a fears pick a card. So, like, what are your fears and how to overcome those fears, how to transmute those fears that you have, and it could be anything at all. So, the way that this works is I have 3 stones, and I chose 3 stones today that are grounding stones and stones that are usually good for protection, protect your energy. Usually the darker stones, are stones that are really good for protection of all kinds, and they're usually really grounding, which can help with any fear or anxiety. So we have the blue tiger's eye, the pneumite, and shungite. So blue tiger's eye, pile 1, pneumite, pile 2, and shungite, pile 3. And I'm going to be using the Santa Muerte tarot, Book of the Dead. And so I just figured it'd be like they have some really beautiful images on these cards. And since, whether you're superstitious or not, or whether you believe in Halloween or not, these are just general messages, and hopefully you can get something from this this deck. So I'm going to shuffle, take a deep breath, and tune in, tap into your own intuitive energy, your own intuition. And I'm actually going to create the piles. You'll create the piles with me, right? These are general messages, and just kind of have some fun. So calling in your higher self, spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, ancestors, anything that you believe in from the highest vibration, right? We're only channeling high vibration messages. Even if they are messages that have to do with some of our shadow self. We all have light and dark. We're still always channeling the highest vibration. We're always channeling truth. And I'm asking that I be the vessel to deliver these messages. And about fears and how to transmute them. Okay, I'm gonna cut the pile in 3, and I'm gonna just choose some cards for each pile. For blue tiger's eye, pneumite. Oops, you see that already. That wanted to come out. And shungite. And that came out. And the pneumite wanted to give you 2 messages. I'm actually going to stop there. Actually, I want to do a little bit of tarot. Or no. Yeah, I'll do a little tarot. Well, not tarot, a different card. Osho Zen Tarot. They're both, it's all tarot. Most of it anyway. And I got one more card for clarity on your fears. Okay. Fears for tiger's eye, fears for pneumite, and for shungite, there's 2. Okay. Alrighty, so choose your pile, and then we will get started. So I'm gonna put this to the side, and I'm gonna put this to the side so that I could actually know which one to choose. Okay, so if you chose blue tiger's eye, this is your reading. All right, so the first card is 10 of Wands and possibilities. Okay, so your fear here, let me turn it around so you can see it. All right, so it came out this way, so we'll do it this way. So 10 of Wands is usually about, well, 10s are about endings and beginnings. But 10 of Wands is usually about some kind of heavy burden, right? So if you've been carrying a heavy burden, or if things have been really, really tough lately, then maybe your fear is that things are going to be too difficult. But this card right here is saying like possibilities, and 2 of Wands. It's kind of saying that there's so much, you have so many options in front of you. You have so many things that you can have. You don't have to maybe carry the burden. There are so many different options that you have. So if you put down the burden, there's lots of possibilities out there for you. Blue tiger's eye has to do with anxiety, usually. It usually helps with anxiety, helps to keep you calm and release stress. And so these cards are both cards of Wands, fire sign energy. So that is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And so if you're a person who is maybe what you would call, this is probably isn't like it sounds worse than it is, but like higher strung, right? You like to get things done, or you're very action oriented. This may be kind of telling you to do something to keep yourself a little bit calmer, right? Maybe you fear that you have to carry so much, otherwise things won't happen. And so this may be just telling you to put those burdens down and to just relieve some of that stress, and then to see what other options and possibilities are available to you. I'm actually going to pull from, because we want to talk about how to transmute the energy, and how to change it into something that can be a little bit more productive and helpful. So I'm going to use I really like these cards. It's the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. And let's see if we can get how you can transmute your fears and what you can transmute it into. So, let's see. I'm going to cut the deck. And if you are feeling really, really like you have heavy, heavy burdens, and you don't really see a way out of it, or you're trying to get out of it, or you're trying to put these burdens down, if you don't really see all the possibilities or all the opportunities, they are present, right? There are opportunities present. But let's see what you can transmute this energy into. Pile 1. Oh, success. That was easy. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. And the number 12. So you can transmute this. So you will be successful. For some reason, like I get the message that this pile right here is that is their goal, or you are already really successful. And you do have but you want to be successful. And so that's why you carry these burdens. But I feel like it's kind of saying you already are successful, and it's already like happening. So your fear is that you have to carry these burdens, but I feel like it's saying to transmute it, to know that you already are successful. But I feel like I want to pull another card because it's an interesting way, right? Like, how do you transmute? I'm going to use this Santa Muerte deck again, right? If you're fearful that you have to carry heavy burdens because of all the possibilities, or because you want to be successful, or because you don't feel like you're successful enough, or let's see what is a nice way to release this fear. Let's see. 8 of Pentacles. that kind of says like keep doing what you're doing. So let's get another card, because I'm kind of like it's saying you've already worked really hard, like you already have the success. So let's see, one more. That is all about transformation. Okay, the Santa Muerte card is actually the transformation card, the death card, number 13. This person is pregnant, and like this is death and rebirth. So this isn't actually death. This is like rebirth. So this is saying you can transmute that energy by letting the old ways kind of die, right? Like that way of being. You will be successful if you allow transformation to happen, if you put down any heavy burdens and just you know, just already like see all the other options and possibilities that you have available to you. So if you're working really hard, it's time to move forward. I'm going to pull one more card next to the success card. I just feel like I should do that. True love come to me, 26. True love shall come to me as I do will, so mote it be. It's gonna happen. Whatever it is you want, it's happening. You're already successful. You don't have to really worry about anything. So if the possibility, like it's all there. This is a pile where, not to say you're anxious for nothing, but you don't have a lot to worry about. You're already doing it. You're action-oriented pile. This is Scorpio, if that matters at all to you. And this is Earth sign, but this is heavy Scorpio. Also fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. And it could be Earth sign. It could be Taurus, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, so you are successful. So it's really just being in that and then seeing all of the options and opportunities that are already in front of you. Okay, so thank you, pile 1. Let's move on to pile 2. And pile 2 was the Numite. Numite is about magic. It's a very spiritual stone. It's actually one of my newer stones, and I'm learning more about it, but I really like it. It helps you to tune in. It helps you to really tap in. I thought it would have more, I think it has some grounding properties, but it's also helps you with your intuition and all of those things that this new age stuff is really all about. That all the intuition, all the stuff that we already know. Okay, so let's see. What are your fears? Queen of Wands. She looks a little scared. Her hands are at her cheek and she's like, ah, right? And then 3 of Pentacles, right? And this person is like watering the grass because they want something to grow. So right away, this is about being able to, she looks like she's looking at this person and she's like, is it going to happen? What do I need to do? You know, the fear is that something is not going to work out. Whether it be something at work. This person, Queen of Wands, is usually very creative. It's a fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, but it doesn't have to be. 3 of Pentacles is about community. It's about working together. It's obviously about growing things, setting a foundation. These things have been planted and they want it to grow, right? The foundation. It's showing what's happening underground, right? And so she looks like she's kind of wanting something to grow and maybe doesn't know whether or not it's going to happen or if it's happening in the right way. And then this card is the We Are the World card. And this is, in the traditional tarot, the 10 of Pentacles, which is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And the 10 of Pentacles traditionally is about long-term success and investments. And so that makes a lot of sense because maybe this person is saying, are the things that I've planted going to grow? So maybe this pile is concerned about money and how to make money, how to create, how to manifest, right? The Queen of Wands is a manifester and she's confident. But in this particular deck, she looks like a little worried. And usually the Queen of Wands isn't worried. So that's interesting to see. This person's planting, this one's looking over like, oh no, is it going to happen? And so maybe you're concerned about long-term investments or money or family, right? This could be family related, but usually Pentacles are about money and finances. And so if that sounds like you, then that's where we are. So we're talking about how to transmute this energy. So we're going to choose from magical spell cards to see what you can transmute this energy into and maybe how. Destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. And so destiny, which in an 8, really kind of speaks to you're not going to know, and safe home is at the bottom of the deck. You're not going to necessarily, so you're safe, like you're fine, but you're not going to know everything. You're not going to know how things happen. This may be a pile that's kind of saying you have to let go. There's a letting go card in this deck too, but that didn't come out, but that's okay. Because this may just be clear enough. You might need to just let go and not necessarily let go, but just allow things to grow. It's being watered. You've invested it. Pentacles are really solid. So whatever it is that you've invested or whatever you've planted is on solid ground. It's rooted, right? It's in the ground. It's rooted. And so the fact that they're showing the roots and what's happening underneath, it has no choice but to grow. So whatever you're concerned about will grow. Have the confidence, right? Because she's about confidence usually. Long-term investment, it's going to happen. Whenever I see this card, We Are the World, I'm always like, okay, so how does We Are the World tie into 10 of Pentacles? This is global, right? So maybe this has to do with family, right? Or it could have to do with something bigger. Maybe it has to do with investments in global things. Maybe it has to do with Earth, right? Something very, this is earthy, right? This is to do with like the world, the globe, the, space. This kind of all, it's something coming full circle, then that's destiny. So that all kind of connects for me. And so it's like everything you need to know, you'll see. It's like I'm imagining someone walking a path, and then like as you're walking that path, the path, appears, right? So you take the step and then like the road comes together as you walk in front of it. So you're not going to know every single thing that's going to happen every moment. The fear isn't going to be helpful. Just know that whatever's happening, you're destined to have this success. It's destined to happen. You're not going to know. Anxiety and fear isn't going to be helpful, but you are safe, and you have, it looks like, invested wisely in whatever it is that you have planted. Okay. Be it financial or, in any other area of your life. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Pile 2. Thank you. Move on to pile 3, which is the shungite. And shungite actually has some healing properties. I think I heard somewhere, I did hear somewhere that you can like, and don't quote me because I haven't done it yet, but you can like put this in water and it's very healing in that way. But yeah, don't quote me on that because I have not done that yet. But shungite is supposed to be a really grounding also, protection, and it really helps with like inflammation, and I'm sure there's some other stuff. Look it up, shungite. Okay, so what are your fears? 7 of Cups. So I'm going to look at it really quickly. Seven of Cups is usually about having too many options, right? There's like a lot of things you get to choose from, and it can cause some confusion. So maybe you are trying to make some kind of decision and there's just too many options on the table. Or maybe you just are generally have a lot of stuff happening around you and there's a lot of chaos. And that can cause some anxiety and some fear. Let's see what else. Flowering and the Creator. So flowering is Queen of Pentacles. The Creator is King of Wands. This is totally about creativity. This is totally about growth and it feels like your fear. So if this is about a specific person, because these are two energies. This is the energy of King of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and the energy of Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. If this is like a couples kind of thing and you're concerned about being in a relationship with somebody, even though these are different suits, this still looks like a pretty good match in terms of the status, right? So king and queen, status wise, you're on the same level, but you have different ways of doing things. So this person is usually very like optimistic, and there's a lot of colors here, and there's a lot of like magical stuff going on here in this really like optimistic, ethereal kind of way. And then the Creator, King of Wands, he's just very, very confident and sure of himself. And you see how his stomach is like lighting up or lit up. And that's usually the solar plexus. That's about confidence. That's about personal power. And this kind of, to me, if this is confusion, this is saying, if this is a relationship, this is saying you all have different things that you can bring to the table. So don't worry about that's confusion, or you're like not sure what's what. If this is about you in particular, if this is your energy, this is like a beautiful energy because you have a little bit of everything. You're definitely king or queen. You definitely have that status and that, way about you. So you're in your power in that way, or you have that energy in that way. So this is just fear. This is just background noise, right? That's not really real. This is real. This is not real. When people say that, it's like, what does that mean? So what it means is that this is who you really are. If this is just about you, you're blooming, you're growing, you have a lot to offer, you're magical, and then you have this personal power that is huge. And this here is like, this is just stuff that kind of keeps us, this is like shadow stuff that kind of keeps us down, and it's not necessarily real. It's just, it's fear. It's all fear, right? It's the stuff that stops us from moving forward, and the stuff that stops us from being our true self. But once you get rid of that, this is what comes out of this. And let's see, how do we transmute this, right? Because this is what's real and this is not. Although it feels real, there is a lot of stuff happening around you, perhaps. So how do we transmute it? What are we transmuting this to? Victory. Yeah, that was easy. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. Yeah, so, and again, safe home is underneath here. This was underneath for the other pile. So you will be victorious. There's nothing to fear and nothing to worry about. And for any of these piles, there's like nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. It's really just kind of like an illusion. And the Seven of Cups is about illusions, right? So it's not real. It's just how you feel, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. And you're already victorious, and it's saying to celebrate celebrate yourself and all that you are, right? It doesn't have to be confusing. The other thing is, maybe you feel confused because you have both of these energies and you're not sure like what to do with it and how to integrate it, but you can integrate it. You will. Let me choose another card for this. If this is about integrating, let's see if there's another card that makes sense to clarify like how to integrate these two energies, whether it be in a relationship or other adventure. So it's like, have fun with it. Transformation. That's funny. And projections. Yeah, if this is, so this is like the projection, that's like relationship kind of card. Allow this to transform. It will, if it already isn't or hasn't transformed you. This relationship, if this is about a relationship, is already transforming you, right? And moving things. And it's the adventure part is like the fun, right? That's like, just let it, like, you're going to be victorious no matter what. So it doesn't have to be confusion. You can you can transmute that confusion into just seeing it as an adventure, right? The projections does tell me that this may be about a relationship, and even if there's differences, there's a lot of things that you have in common. And this is also Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is Seven of Cups in this deck. You see in this picture here, these are two people looking at each other, but they kind of, there's like, they can kind of see each other. They see each other differently. It's like their spiritual selves and then their actual selves. And it's like, do they see each other the same? They kind of look the same. They're looking at each other. They're projecting onto each other this stuff. And that's maybe what's causing the confusion. It can be a victorious union if you allow it to be. And I think that's it. So hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully something resonated. And I am going to sign off now. If you'd like to book a reading with me, then please let me know and leave a comment in the comment section about this reading and what resonated for you. And that is all. Thank you so much, and see you soon.